The Practical Guide into Writing a Research Proposal. Lesson 2. Why is research proposal so important? Research proposal is so important because it reflects the quality of the proposed research, but more importantly, it would reflect the competence of the researcher in the first place. Phrasing the research title. An examination of quality dimensions in service industry. This title should be avoided because it is too broad, it has no specific focus, and it fails to catch the reader's attention. Instead, you should change the title to An Examination of Service Quality Dimensions in Higher Education. Phrasing the research title. The relationship between service quality, customer satisfaction, and customer loyalty in the higher education industry. Remember, the topic should highlight the importance of your research because it will bring a certain impression to your audience. Do not let your audience say, "I don't see the urgency of this research for the time being," or you need to make a clear focus regarding the proposed project. Why do you want to carry out the research? Is there any issue? Any debates in the literature regarding this issue? Do you have an existing model to examine based on debates in the literature? Sometimes, the existing model is no longer valid due to rapid changes in the characteristics of the population. You should be able to explain the consequences to the industry in general if the research is not done to address the underlying problem. The gaps in the literature could occur due to changes in socio-economic of the population, education, occupation and income, changes in lifestyle, changes in perception, and changes in government's policy. Issues can be part of the objective or an initiative of the study. Example of an issue: the increasing pressure, the growth of demand, the increasing trend. What do you want to research? This simply means what is the title of your research project. What issue or problem that you identified from the existing situation that requires you to perform research? Is that actually a problem in the first place? Alternatively, is it just a symptom to a problem? Is it worth doing research based on the proposed budget? Your research title should be concise and comprehensive. Avoid the title that reflects something that is too general because it cannot catch the audience's attention since it has no specific focus. Example of an issue: 1. The increasing pressure for the government to study the effectiveness of certain policies in handling the problem of jobless graduates. Thus, the objective here is to examine the effectiveness of the government's policy in handling the problem of jobless graduates in the country. Example of an issue: 2. The growth of demand for higher education, thus the government needs to make initiatives to make Malaysia an education hub in the region. Therefore, the objective here is to study the possibility of making Malaysia as a service provider for higher education in the region. Example of an issue: 3. 1. The increasing trend of foreign tourists seeking medical treatment overseas. Thus, the government needs to promote Malaysia as a healthcare tourism destination in the region since this is a lucrative business. 2. The objective of the study may be to assess the competitiveness of Malaysia among countries in the region in providing medical treatment for tourists. Tips. What is your rationale for conducting this research? What is the impact of the current situation on the economy, productivity, competition, or the delivery system if the research is not carried out? If possible, highlight the effect of the existing problem to the growth and survival of the organization in the future if the existing problem is not solved. Thank you for watching. Please continue to Lesson 3.